Greetings and welcome. Now, immigrants have always got the blame. When times are tough, when things are falling apart, when your government is shit, there's homelessness, there's poverty, there's not enough housing to go around, immigrants will always get the blame. We've seen the same arguments recycled over history, whether it's Asian immigration in Australia in the 70s, or Windrush generation, or Mexican migrants coming over in America. The same arguments get recycled again. Whenever times are tough, immigrants get the blame. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the recent riots in Dublin, where we're seeing this same arguments, these same conversations coming out. Now, those of you that don't know too much about it, let's just set the scene of how this all started, how the riots started off in Dublin. There was a mother and child stabbed outside a school in Dublin. Absolutely horrific situation. The understanding is that the man that done it was an Algerian immigrant. He had been in the country for 20 years, if you research. He'd actually been in the country for 20 odd years. But we don't know why he done this attack, how it happened, we don't know. But there was a small gathering outside the scene of people that were getting very disgruntled and using this as a way to take out their frustration on Ireland's immigration policy. And the widespread use of social media just managed to quickly gain a following, and more people came out, and it turned into rioting, looting, everything that you've seen on the news recently.
One thing's for sure, last night Dublin burned. Rage clearly directed at the police, looting, on the surface an archetypal riot.
One thing that I do know about Ireland is they have a massive problem with housing, even worse so than in this country. In the UK, their housing is incredibly expensive, there are a few properties, and there's a lot of disgruntled people, a lot of disgruntled Irish nationals that are not happy about this. Like I started the video, they're not happy about the way the government are dealing with their country. They're not producing enough housing, they're not helping people in dire poverty, and a lot of people are upset and disgruntled. And as I said, where does that frustration get taken out? Always, throughout history, where does it always get taken out? When times are tough, when your government is shit, it's always immigrants that are blamed. It's always people of different races, of different colour, that get the brunt of the blame. And that's where the anger has been taken out of in Dublin over the weekend. Now, one thing that you won't hear is, well, one of the stories that doesn't seem to get told as much is the Brazilian immigrant that actually ended up probably saving the lives of these two people.
I slowed down my motorcycle to see what's going on, and I realized it was a fight with a man, a woman, and a little girl involved. Later on, I find out she was the teacher. She was very brave, I have to tell that. And the man, he grabbed a girl, and then I saw he take off a knife. When I saw the knife, I stopped my bike. Just act, just by instinct. I just take off my helmet to protect myself, and I could wear it as a weapon, and I hit him in the head with all of my power, and I'm praying for her to survive.
You won't hear that story, of course you won't, because it doesn't fit the narrative. But this is the problem, and this has been stirring in Ireland for a while. That these people that have these opinions have been looking for an outlet for a while, and this was the perfect opportunity. Now, like I say, it was absolutely horrific what happened. I don't know why it happened. I don't know why this man done what he done, if he's got mental health problems or what. But the fact that he's been living in Ireland for 20 years shows that any disgruntlement, any anger over Ireland's recent immigration policy would have made no difference to what happened anyway. It would have happened. But the fact of the matter is that the problems stem from the Irish government not sorting out the housing crisis. It's up to the Irish government to sort out this housing crisis, and by the sound of it, they're doing a pretty shoddy job of it, just handing over the whole lot to the private sector. We all know how that works out. Higher rent, higher prices. They need more social housing, more council housing, more affordable housing. And, you know, I understand why people in Ireland are so angry. I understand why they have so much pent-up anger. But they need to direct that anger in the right place. And it's not towards migrants. Migrants are not causing the problem. Migrant workers are paying tax. They're contributing to the economy. They're paying national insurance. They're paying for pensioners' healthcare. In some circumstances, even handing out that healthcare, working in the NHS. They're not the ones you need to blame. You need to direct that anger towards the Irish government. And especially in a country where you have proportional representation. You're lucky in Ireland. You have proportional representation voting system. It's easy. If you claim that so many people feel the same about immigrants and want to lower migration into Ireland, you should have no problem forming a political party, getting your voice heard in Parliament. But I don't think there's as many people that actually agree with you that are rioting than you think. What's your thoughts, folks? Hot topic as always, but I'm just sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of these same conversations, this same rhetoric over and over again, year after year. Whenever the going gets tough, migrants are to blame. I'm sick and tired of it, and it always gets stemmed even harsher when times are tough, when we've got a shitty government and there's dire poverty. This rhetoric evolves even more because people are angry, and understandably so, and they need something to pent their anger out. And it's easy to go, oh look, migrant has just come over, got a house, we're struggling for this, and you're not putting your anger towards the government that is making this situation happen with dodgy policies that are causing housing crises. If you enjoyed the video, click a like. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe up top, and there's probably another video you can catch that as well. Till next time, take care.